About to make a pick in the middle of an election, first time it's ever been done. First time in history it's ever been done.
2020 is not the first time America has faced that question. Indeed, in our country's history, that question has come up a total of 29 times. So 29 times, presidents have faced the same circumstance. And presidents have nominated individuals to fill those positions all 29 times.
Folks, glad you made it back. Just another one of those blatant lies told by Beijing Biden that has gone unchallenged largely by the basket of biased press. And what you just heard by Senator Cruz is correct. 29 times in our nation's history, there has been an opening on the Supreme Court during an election year or before Inauguration Day. 29 times the sitting president has named the nominee. My next guest has dedicated his career to exposing the left's lies by telling the truth. Bill O'Reilly, host of No Spin News on BillO'Reilly.com and author of the new book, Killing Crazy Horse, joining me now to discuss this. Bill, it's always great to have you here on Newsmax TV. And every time I have you on this program, I've applauded the Killing series of books because they deal in truth untarnished by politics. And in my view, if people know the history that you're putting out there, Biden can't pull what he just tried to pull on the trail. Am I wrong?
Well, I mean, we try to, in every venue that we do, Chris, radio, TV, and books, you know, we try to lay it out for the folks without ideology. I mean, there are plenty of people doing ideology these days. The corporate media has now basically said that's what we're going to do to make money, whether we like Trump or hate Trump, like the left or like the right. That's what they do. So Killing Crazy Horse has been a huge smash because it does tell people what really happened in forging their country from New York, Boston, Philadelphia to San Francisco. How did that happen? 77 years of warfare between the Native American tribes and Washington. And you don't get it in school because the public school system's so frightened of even mentioning Native Americans because they may say something politically incorrect, and they'll be canceled. That's the country we live in right now. So that's why Killing Crazy Horse has done so well, and I appreciate you bringing the book up.
No, and actually it's a privilege because I know a little bit about it because you and I talked on radio about it too. You give both sides. There were heroes and villains on both sides, the Indian nations and the United States. But if you hear the left wing talk about it today, whether it be in media or in the government-run schools, the USA has been bad from its founding, and I think that's dangerous to have that attitude.
Well, the goal is to abolish the Constitution. You got to get rid of that. And then to start over with this far-left vision of Sweden, of democratic socialism, of Green New Deal imposition, no guns. Freedom of speech, not if we don't like it. We'll cancel you if we don't like it. I think that's apparent to everybody now. That's what the far left wants to do. So in order to get the Constitution out of the way, you have to say it's, the document is what white supremacists did it. You know, they were oppressors. They weren't interested in minorities. And now, totally different countries, we have to abolish everything and start again. That's the big picture, and that's what they're doing. And then my books, Killing Lincoln, Killing England, Killing Crazy Horse, the three that pack in from 1776 to 1900, tell you the truth about America, that it is a noble nation. We've made mistakes, obviously. We need to improve. I think that's obvious as well. But there hasn't been a better country ever on the planet than the USA.
Amen to that. I wanted to get you to weigh on the current state of politics in this presidential race. New York Times basically saying that Biden isn't out of the woods yet. I'm going to put this up there on the screen for the folks to see. 4 of the 6 states, Trump won by fewer than 5 points in 2016. Allow voters to register by party: Arizona, Florida, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. In recent months, there have been substantially more Republicans added to the rolls than Democrats in each of those states, except for Arizona. What do you make of the state of the race as we're sitting here today? The polls all say Biden's out there in front and he's not going to be caught, but the president seems to me to have some momentum. What do you think?
Well, number one, I never read the New York Times, so what they say is new to me, and I appreciate you giving me the information. It's a propaganda sheet. My time is very valuable, Chris. I do a lot of things during the day. I don't have time for propaganda. Number two, the only poll that I really pay attention to is the poll that accurately predicted the race last time around, and that's Rasmussen. So today, Rasmussen has Biden 50, Bush 45, and that's close to the margin of error. So that tells me, and I do believe that is an accurate representation. I know there are some people who feel that Donald Trump's going to win by a landslide. I don't think that's going to happen unless there's a dramatic occurrence in the next 20 days. But if Rasmussen is correct, then the president is within striking distance of the popular vote. Remember, these polls are all about popular votes, not about electoral votes. Mm-hmm. And if he's in striking distance of the popular vote, then the electoral vote is almost easier for him. So I think that people should be realistic. It could go either way. But here's one real key point. When Barack Obama ran for president, Democratic voters were crazed. They loved him. They still love him to this day. And they had to have him. Biden's not like that. I was up in Maine over the weekend, and I mean, there were Biden signs up there, but it's not like everybody's going, we got to have Joe. Got to have Joe to be president. Joe's the man. It's not what's happening. What's happening is we hate Trump or we love Trump. It's about Trump. So he has the power. The president has the power. He needs to use it wisely. He squandered the first debate. It doesn't matter whether he won or lost on policy. His demeanor was such that it alienated some persuadable voters. Can't do that again. So if there is another debate a week from tomorrow night, and I hope there is, in Tennessee, there should be a debate tomorrow night. There's no reason why that was canceled. It's crazy. Just put a plexiglass thing. You want to put barbed wire on it and German Shepherds, fine. You can separate the two. All right, it's just crazy that it was canceled. But Biden doesn't really want to debate anymore. Democrats don't really want to do that, all right, because they figured they got away with it the first time. The second time might not go their way. So I'm not convinced the third debate is going to happen. But whatever it is, Donald Trump has got to be smart now, disciplined, methodical. Looks like he's recovered from the COVID, but the COVID is not a good issue for him. He could make it a good issue if he personalizes his experience, but I don't know if he's going to do that or not.
Bill O'Reilly, everybody. Hey, look, if you folks want a defense against the government-run schools and what they're trying to teach your kids, the Killing series of books, they are it. Bill O'Reilly, always a pleasure having you here on the Chris Salcedo Show. I hope to talk again soon.
Newsmax TV is now America's fastest-growing cable news channel. We give you the real news you need. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up. If you like this video, share it with your friends. Newsmax TV streams live on YouTube for free. Newsmax TV, real news for real people.